A disturbing surge in violence against Indians living and studying abroad. A trend that has in fact left families devastated and raised questions about the safety of Indian diaspora. Now viewers, in Canada, a brutal late-night attack claimed the life of 55-year-old businessman R.V. Singh Sagu. On October 19th, as R.V. and his girlfriend returned to their car after dinner, he confronted a stranger, in fact, urinating on his vehicle. And this moment, in fact, turned fatal. The attacker, who's now been identified as a 40-year-old Kyle Papin, struck R.V. so hard that he lost consciousness and was rushed to the hospital. Now, despite a doctor's efforts, R.V. died after 5 days in intensive care. Now, the Canadian police, they have arrested the accused, but a family is left grieving and community shaken. But you see, Canada is not the only country where Indians have been targeted. In Ireland too, an Indian origin man in his 40s was stripped, beaten and left bleeding in the street. In Australia again, a 23-year-old Indian student suffered severe injuries after a group of men assaulted him with a sharp object. In the UK as well, a 20-year-old Indian origin woman was raped in a racially aggravated attack, sparking widespread anger and fear. And viewers, you see, these are just a few cases that have made the headlines. So the Ministry of External Affairs reports that about 91 Indian students were violently attacked in the last 5 years. And this spans across countries, including Canada, Australia, Russia and the UK. Now each attack leaves lasting trauma and thousands of Indian families worried about their relatives who are far from their home. But the question is, what is causing this wave of hate crimes against Indians? Well, the reasons are complex: rising xenophobia, economic strain, cultural misunderstandings, and sometimes simple chance. Now, social media, of course, amplifies violence, spreading fear among Indians overseas, and local authorities may arrest suspects. But the question is, if the threat is persisting, what are we actually doing to mend the situation for Indian diaspora? In fact, it is a disturbing surge in violence that we are witnessing from around the world, where Indians who are living abroad and studying as well, they are being targeted. It's a trend that has now left families devastated and also raised very urgent questions about the safety of Indian diaspora. I'll give you a latest example. In fact, in Canada, a brutal late-night attack claimed the life of 55-year-old Indian businessman R.V. Singh Sagu. So what exactly happened? Well, on October 19th, as R.V. and his girlfriend, they returned to their car after dinner, he confronted a stranger who was urinating on his vehicle. And this, in fact, is just one of the instances that has come to light. So questions will be asked about the safety of Indian diaspora at this point.